If the Spongebob games were like a family, then Battle for Bikini Bottom would be the intelligent child that gets all the A's on their report card, probably works as a successful lawyer at a thriving law firm. Meanwhile, the movie game is like the middle child that's equally successful, but no one really pays attention to him, and he probably once overheard his mom in the bedroom say that, "Sometimes I wish he was more like Battle for Bikini Bottom." Well, you know what? Not me. I'm here to give this game some love. See, in the spectrum of SpongeBob games, the vast majority of them end up on the ew, this isn't that good side. Battle for Bikini Bottom was a wonderful and surprising exception to the known rule that games based on movies and TV shows suck major doo-doo. So building off of that success, THQ released a video game based on the movie that came out in 2004. And guess what? It's basically just Battle for Bikini Bottom 2. This game plays almost exactly the same as Battle for Bikini Bottom, with almost the exact same graphics and moveset. It's heavily based on platforming, and you can double jump, spin attack, bash enemies, butt slam them, throw fruit, throw bowling balls that look like oversized coconuts. None of this stuff is new, and it's clear that the base of the Spongebob Squarepants movie game is the exact same base as the one they used for Battle for Bikini Bottom. But it's at this point that the differences between these games really start to reveal themselves. For one, most of the attacks I mentioned are not with you at the start of this game. In Battle for Bikini Bottom, you start with all but 2 of your moves. In the movie game, you have to unlock 6 of them. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, a lot of these style of games make you unlock new moves as you progress, but it's just a weird decision considering that in the prior release, you started with all of these moves. So you're actually almost losing moves from the last game compared to this one. Now, one thing that is cool about this is that you can upgrade these moves to make them stronger and more unique later on, something that wasn't seen in Battle for Bikini Bottom. When leveled up, your spin attack can soon reflect projectiles, and your bash attack can leave a sticky glove attached to enemies that you can detonate whenever you want. The upgrade system is very basic and it's very small, but it's a great way to introduce a child to level up systems before they have to deal with Another thing that becomes apparent really fast is that this game is extremely linear. Battle for Bikini Bottom clearly took inspiration from games like Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, with collectibles sprinkled throughout in a hub world that can take you to various new levels if you have enough golden spatulas. The Spongebob Squarepants movie does away with all of that. Instead of Bikini Bottom serving as an overworld that connects you to different levels, the game simply transitions you from one stage to the next. While this may make the game feel smaller and less developed than its big brother counterpart, it isn't done without reason. This game is based on the movie, and in the movie, SpongeBob and Patrick travel thousands of miles in one direction to Shell City. A hub world wouldn't really make a lot of sense. There are still collectible requirements, however. Certain levels require you to know a certain move to complete them, and in order to learn these moves, you need to collect X number of Goofy Goober tokens. So instead of a barrier sitting in front of the level, the barrier usually sits inside of the level. And usually the barriers aren't a huge problem. It's not like they have these insanely high number requirements. But what is annoying is that a good chunk of the tokens in prior levels require moves that you probably don't have. And so you end up spending a lot of time trying to find Goofy Goober tokens that you're able to collect. This game offers a variety of level types and minigames. One moment you're fighting 50 different enemies in a combat arena, and the next SpongeBob contorts his body into this horrifying ball and rolls across this giant obstacle course. The slides also returned from Bikini Bottom as a welcome addition. These slides were some of my favorite parts of the first game, and they were improved upon greatly in this game in terms of the detail and length, though there are much less of them. The slides all also have time trials and ring missions with them, though they were never really as challenging as the ones in the previous game. New to this game is the driving sections, where you simply drive from the beginning of a map to the end, or you drive in a circular map until you find whatever you're looking for. These driving sections are fun, but they can be a bit difficult to control at times, and the time trials for these were fairly challenging compared to the slides. This game and its fan base can be described with one word that I just made up: cultception. Battle for Bikini Bottom is a cult classic, and the movie fan base is like a cult within that cult. It's not talked about nearly as much, but it really should be. And it would be great to see this game get the same rehydrated treatment that Battle for Bikini Bottom got. It has a few redundant and tedious parts, but for the most part it's a really fun game. And if you're looking for an experience similar to Battle for Bikini Bottom, this is a fantastic game to turn to. The Spongebob Squarepants movie video game gets 8 buckets out of 10.